Hey, folks. So, back here again. I wanted to touch base as we're getting started today to talk about this handy foldable that you would have created yesterday. So, if you don't have this in your possession right now, you need to make sure that you go and get it. So, pause your video, go get your foldable, your graphic organizer. It is going to be super important for what we're about to do. All right. Hopefully you have it now. So what I want you to take a look at on my screen is that I have a whole bunch of words added to my graphic organizer. So what I did is I reflected on a lot of the different words that I've seen in my time teaching sixth grade, and I tried to summarize them here for you. So, what I would like you to take some time to do right now is to take a look at your list, and I want you to take a look at my list. I would recommend just starting with the addition side. So, if you look at the addition side and you see the word plus, do you have the word plus written down on yours? If you don't, add it. If you do, move on to the next word, which is more. Then go to the word grow, and then go to the word combine, and then total, and then sum, all the way down to the bottom of this list. Take a little bit of time. If it would help you, I would encourage you to pause the video right now and to take a look at the addition side. Once you finish the addition side, take a look at the subtraction side and do the same thing. I know that there are a lot of words here, subtraction especially, but that's because there's a lot of keywords that show up in subtraction problems, and a lot of times it can be really tricky. So I'm going to give you some time right now. I want you to go ahead and pause your video, and I want you to make sure that your list includes everything that's on my list. All right. So now you should have a piece of paper that is complete with all of these wonderful math action words. Now let's put it to good use. Let's take a look, and I'm going to slide my face down here. Let's take a look at two of these questions. The first one says that Deborah bought 2 bottles of conditioners at the local hair salon. One bottle contained 0.355 liter and the other contained 0.877 liter. How many liters of conditioner did she buy in all? So right away, I see that phrase, buy in all. And if I'm thinking about my graphic organizer, my foldable, I know that that means I'm going to be doing addition. And in this case, I only have 2 numbers that I have to worry about adding together. I'm going to take my first number, 0.355, and I'm going to take my second number and I'm going to stack them. I want to make sure my decimal points are lined up so that my place values are lined up. This should be coming second nature to us by now. We've been practicing this for a little bit of time. And now I'm going to do some addition. And you should be working along with me as we do these problems. It's the best way for us to learn. So I'm going to start by adding 5 plus 7, which is going to give me 12, and carry my 1. 5 plus 7 again, which is 12, but I can't forget this 1 up here. So that's going to give me 13 this time. And now I have 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3, 9, 10, 11, plus my extra 1 is 12. And I'm going to carry my 1. I get 1. And my decimal point, I can't forget, gets dropped straight down into my final answer. And I get an answer of 1.232. And because this is a word problem, we need a label. We are talking about liters. That's a measurement of volume. And I'm going to add that to my final answer. So hopefully that first question here makes a lot of sense. So we're going to go back and we are going to go to our next question. This says that Mr. Marmer has a greyhound that can run 37.35 miles per hour. He also has a quarter horse that can run 47.5 miles per hour. How much faster can the quarter horse run than the greyhound? Now, I'm going to backtrack here back to my graphic organizer, and I want to point out something at the very bottom. If you take a look here where I talk about these words, when we talk about action words for subtraction, words that end in in our question, so how much faster, how much shorter, how much longer, anytime we see a phrase like that, we are going, and excuse my cat in the background, I think she sees a bug. We are going to be talking about subtraction. As you build your foldable list, I would encourage you to list those words. Maybe you even want to make your own section at the bottom where you can identify these different words that you see. But for our purposes, in this problem in particular, we are dealing with the word of faster. It says how much faster. So I need to compare the quarter horse to the greyhound. The quarter horse to the greyhound. It is really, really important that you pay attention to the order that the question is being asked. It doesn't say greyhound first, then the quarter horse. It says how much faster can the quarter horse run than the greyhound. Whatever word comes first, the identifier comes first in my question, that is the number that I need to use first. And I'm going to say that one more time. When you get to your question, I'm talking about this part of my problem, not the whole thing, just the sentence that ends in the question mark. Quarter horse comes first. That means the number for quarter horse, right? Quarter horse comes first. The number for quarter horse gets written first. Greyhound comes second. The number for greyhound gets written second. Now I am ready to do my subtraction. I cannot stress that, folks. We have to pay attention to that detail. It doesn't matter what order I see the numbers up here in these sentences up at the top. Those statements are giving me information. The question tells me the order to subtract them in. Quarter horse is the first word that I see. Greyhound is the second word that I see. Quarter horse is the first number I write. Greyhound is the second number that I write. Now I'm ready to borrow. Can't do 0 minus 5. 5 becomes a 4. 0 becomes a 10. And I get 5. 4 minus 3 is 1. Decimal point gets dropped straight down. 7 minus 7 is 0. And 4 minus 3 is 1. 10.15. And we are measuring this in mph, or miles per hour. So I hope this tutorial and this review of those action words is really helpful for you as you start your day today. The next thing that you are going to be doing is you are going to be getting this book, your Practice Coach Plus book. We have our names on them. They are in our classroom. And you are going to be opening up to page 80 and 81. And you are going to be answering some questions here. Not all of the questions. The questions that you are answering are listed in your Canvas module. It is questions 3, 4, 7, and 9. That is listed in your Canvas module. Once you answer all 4 on your own, you're going to come back to your Canvas module and you're going to follow along as we talk through those 4 answers. All right. Best of luck. I know you guys are going to do great. Remember to use your foldable to help you know if it's adding or subtracting.